Hey, welcome to the Keto Mom page. Welcome to your 2 o'clock tasting and your keto tip. Today, we're going to talk about some different things that you can do instead of emotionally eating. So if you're emotional, if you're stressed, if you are exhausted, if you're bored, whatever the case may be, that you find yourself naturally gravitating towards food, we're going to give you some different options. And so, as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? I am tuning in from the lovely state of Minnesota. It is actually really warm out today. Probably, I don't want to say it'll be our last warm day, but the warm days are coming to an end. It's supposed to get down into the 60s, which is great. And I think it's 88 right now and crazy windy. So where are you tuning in from? I'm going to shake up my mom fuel. I normally stir it up if you watch me every day. Today, we're shaking it up in, I don't even know how much water this is, probably 16 ounces of water. So, how is your day? What is the weather like? I know it's like a common question, but I genuinely am curious where you're from, and I seriously want to know what the weather is like. Because right now it is so windy that if the kids were to go jump in our lake, they would just get blown to the side. So windy. So and today was already a decided cleaning day, so I'm taking a break to talk to you, to shake up my mom fuel because I really want one. And I was done dusting and vacuuming for the moment. So maybe you're watching football. Is there any football fans on here? I'm not a football fan, but I'll watch it. We live in Minnesota, so we should probably be cheering for the Vikings. Who are you cheering for if you're a football fan? A lot of football fans? All the fun. Sunday football, right? I said Sunday cleaning day. So we are going to talk real quick about if you're emotional, if you're bored, if you're stressed, if you are just emotional. Ladies, if it's that time of the month, like whatever the case may be where you find yourself stress eating, let's figure out what to do. We're going to learn to change the pattern and not stress eat, but do something else. And so I'm going to give you some ideas. If you have found something that works for you, I'd love for you to share below. But I'll give you an example. Oftentimes, if you are bored or you're angry or you're emotional, you'll find yourself naturally gravitating to the kitchen or to the vending machine or to the office drawer or to the employee lounge where there's always donuts, whatever the case may be. Right? And so first of all, you need to know your triggers. What sets you off, right? What makes you angry? What makes you emotional? If you're bored, and you're just going to have to we'll figure it out. But whatever the trigger is, there's different things that you can do instead of instinctively going towards food. The first thing you could do is am I hungry? I say this all the time. Ask yourself, I'm going to grab some food. No matter what the case may be, you should ask yourself this, because then you'll find yourself asking the question in these situations. When you're bored, when you're stressed, when you're emotional, and you're going to be like, am I hungry? I'm supposed to ask myself, am I hungry? No, I'm mad, or I'm bored, or I'm stressed out, or I'm tired, or why am I in this kitchen? I don't need any food, right? So ask yourself the question, am I hungry? And then let's give you different things. You've got to change the pattern, right? So if I feel a certain way, I always grab a donut. If I feel a certain way, I always go to the candy drawer. I always grab a soda. I go to the vending machine. Because what does sugar do? Sugar hits your system, makes you happy. It's kind of like a drug, and then you feel fine for a little bit until you need that next hit. So, is that bad? So we're going to change the pattern. I'm going to give you an example. Instead of grabbing something, when you walk into the kitchen, try to make yourself, every time you're in there, drink a glass of water. So I'm not hungry. I'm going to drink a glass of water. If I drink a glass of water, maybe it'll take that little craving away, or it'll take that emotion away, or I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not hungry. I need to go do something else, right? Oftentimes people will say, go do 10 jumping jacks, right? Remove yourself from the temptation. Remove the temptation out of the drawer, remove the temptation out of the kitchen, out of the office, or remove yourself, right? So ask yourself if you're hungry, remove yourself, and then go do something that's going to break the pattern. Go for a walk around the block. Yeah. Do 10 jumping jacks. Just walk outside to the mailbox and get some fresh air. There's little things like, I was just doing some research. You could read a book. If it's in the evenings, I often will say, you shut your light off in the kitchen because you're not going to eat and sit on the couch and munch all night. Go take a bath, go read a book, call a friend. So I wrote down a whole bunch of different things that you could do instead of emotionally eating. So I wrote down, work out, go for a walk, take out the temptations, healthier options in your home or your office. Have healthier options, right? Because if you're going to snack, you might as well grab something healthy, right? Drink a glass of water, call a friend, read a book, go journal, go write it down, write down your feelings. Brush your teeth, that helps a lot. When you find yourself in the kitchen, either pop in some gum, grab some mouthwash, go brush your teeth, do something. I read this online. It says smell lavender. I've never done that before, but apparently it's supposed to change the way that your brain is processing something, whether it's a craving or an emotion, and so maybe you need to keep some lavender in your pocket. I've never tried it. You should try it. Has anybody tried it? And then play music was a couple ideas of how to get your focus to go somewhere else and not constantly be shoving or feeding your emotions with food or because the clock says to eat or because you're bored or whatever the case may be. Is this making sense? And does anybody have anything that's helped them along the way? If you're like, yes, I used to always emotionally eat and now I do this instead. What is that? I love it. All right. So the biggest key is awareness. The biggest key is asking yourself if you're hungry. And the biggest key is removing the temptation. And then you're going to find things to replace the food, right? Because let's be real. If we can get our mind to focus on food is fuel and food is energy, and I want to feed myself the best I can, not food is a reward, not food is, because oftentimes how much do you like, if I finish this test or if I finish this semester, I'm going to have this. And have you ever found that usually food ends up being a reward? So it's replacing the reward, even not emotion. If we're not even talking about emotions, like if you can find a different reward instead of food, I was like, I'll buy a new shirt. I'll go get my toes done. Different things like that. So I hope that's making sense. I'd love to know if you have any tips or tricks or ideas around that conversation. And then if you want to know about my mom fuel that I drink every single day, it's called Keto Nat. I drink 1 or 2 a day. There's caffeine and caffeine free. I do different trials. So if you want to know more about the trial, we have this super cool little kit. Look, it opens up. It tells you what ketones are. We do 3. We do lots of different numbers, but this is what it looks like, a variety of flavors. And so what these do, and I've been drinking them for 6 years. If you want to know more, post 5 in the comments. But they put you in ketosis in under an hour. So you shake it up just like I did. If you want more water, it can be less sweet. If you want less water, it's a little bit more sweet. And it puts you in ketosis in under an hour. It is incredible. We have the only naturally fermented ketone. So I've been drinking it for 6 years. I joke with a whole bunch of people and I'll say it's my mom fuel. I haven't taken a nap in 6 years. I feel incredible. It's not a magic pill. It is a tool, and you don't have to be strict keto. A majority of people that are drinking ketones are low carb, or maybe they would say they're lazy keto. I've got a lot of people that are paleo and Whole30. So if you want to know more about this, here's a couple benefits. Helps with fat loss. Why? Because it helps you with your energy to get up and move. It helps you with your appetite and your craving control, which is huge. So you're not eating out of emotions. Ketones turn your brain on. They've got science, they've got data to prove it. So it turns your brain on, it helps you make better decisions. You feel great, helps with digestion and muscle preservation and so much more. So if you want to know more, if you want a trial kit, or if you just want to watch some videos, I want to help you. So post 5 in the comments. I'm going to ask you questions like, what are your goals? How are you eating? I'd love to give you a foods list. How can I help you? Watch this video. What do you think? We've got different trials. So let me know what questions you have. I'm excited to kind of scroll through, and I hope you share it. If there's anything that really worked for you, on emotional eating or eating out of habit or eating out of boredom, all the same things, stress, whatever it is that you find yourself eating when you are not hungry or when you really shouldn't be or you don't need to be eating, what works for you to get your mindset shifted on something else? So I gave you some ideas. I hope you guys have an incredible day. If you are watching football, enjoy your football. If you're cleaning your house like me, I hope you get it spick and span. Spick and span, is that a word? Yeah, it might be. Anyways, I'm going to clean because we have a super busy, incredible, amazing week coming up. So have a wonderful day. I appreciate you all. Always reach out and ask questions, and we'll talk to you soon.